to write English shorthand interspeed strokes without any omission. Students must master hard words, writing similar strokes with crystal clear traces and contraction, intersections, advanced outline, and finally, students must develop the art of creating spot advanced outlines for repeated words. November 1979 speed. Hard words. Indigenous, dependent, vigilant, inflationary, artificial, disadvantage, initiative, reorient, sustain, landlords, similar strokes, all of you, point of view, for, in, any, me, my, of, on, various, conference, put, to be, with, that, a, and, of the, all the, cannot, may not, various, conference, for there, in there, of this, on this, with you, that you, economy, economic, government, it is, which is, in spite of, in respect of, instead of, with the, that the, do not, did not, I am, I may, you will not, you may not, you cannot, this is, themselves, you can, you come, farmers, customers, do not, did not, of our, on our, phrases and contractions. At the outset, I would like to, it gives me great pleasure. On this occasion, I am sure you will have, and the, in this connection, in our country, in the country, apart from, on account of, there was, has been, this is, themselves, that you have, from the, dear sir, in the matter, whenever, able to, on the, there are, intersections, essential commodities, 30%, help the government, to the development, to the government, Tamil Nadu Department, cooperative societies, we are confident that the government, credit facilities, advanced outlines, association, to speak, to you, business, to discuss, problems, industry, production, meet the, number of, school and college, notebooks, textbooks, to your, consumer, etc., should not, on you, institutions, set apart, price line, consumer, that such, industries, employment, urban areas, taking up the, letter dated, agriculture, Fort St. George, Madras, experience, during the, are not, in a position, send the, to them, moreover the, as the, to hear, from you, yours faithfully. 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, get ready, start. Friends, at the outset, I would like to express my thanks to all of you here for inviting me to inaugurate the 18th All India Paper Traders Association Conference. It gives me great pleasure to be here to speak to you on this occasion. I am sure that after this formal inauguration, you will have a business session to discuss many of the problems are peculiar to the paper industry and the paper trade. In this connection, I would like to make a few general observations. The paper industry is a growing industry in our country. The indigenous production of paper cannot fully meet the demands of the various groups of users in the country. Paper is a product which, apart from essential commodities like food and clothing, has probably the maximum number of users. School and college students for the notebooks and textbooks industry with its demands for packaging and specialty papers, and the entire nation for its daily communication are dependent on this product. The nature of the commodity that you trade in therefore gives a unique status to your trade and places upon you a special responsibility in the context of holding the price line, increasing the availability to the consumer, etc. The student community should not suffer on account of short supply and they depend on you. In 1974, there was an acute shortage of white printing paper in the country, and a production control order was issued to make available white printing paper to the educational institutions and government. By this, 30% of production of printing paper of selected mills has been set apart for educational purposes. But this is only a small percentage of just a select variety of paper and leaves the major share of paper and paper products for trading. It is in respect of this major share of paper that you have to be vigilant, and by holding the price line help the government to contain inflationary tendencies. It is quite usual in the case of products that are in short supply that the distribution is controlled by a few and artificial trading conditions are created to the disadvantage of the consumer. I am sure this association will ensure that such practices do not occur. In certain situations, the trade has to take the initiative to change the habit of the consumer to reorient the industry. I am talking about handmade paper. This paper is made in small quantities in the cottage industries sector, but to that limited extent, it provides employment in the rural and urban areas. You, as a large trading association, can contribute largely to the development of handmade paper and promotion of resultant employment by organizing some centers of production and taking up the marketing of the paper thus produced. You will not enlarge your trading operations but will sustain employment. This is an example I am giving you of the kind of role you can play. Letter dated 25th September 1978 from the President, Fertilizer Consumers Association, West Main Street, Tanjavur, to the Secretary to the Government of Tamil Nadu, Department of Agriculture, Fort St. George, Madras 9. Dear Sir, we experience short supply of fertilizers in the district, especially during the second crop season. The cooperative societies express their inability to help us in the matter. Whenever we inquire, they say that manufacturers are not in a position to send the supplies to them. Moreover, the small farmers are not able to get the required quantity of fertilizers on credit as the big landlords are in a position to make on the spot payment. There are circumstances when surplus quantity is available with big landlords. Small farmers have to pay excess money to get fertilizers. This society is formed to cater to the needs of small farmers whose holdings do not exceed 5 acres, and majority of our members belong to the scheduled caste and backward community. Therefore, we are confident that the government will do their best in ensuring prompt and timely supply of fertilizer to the cooperative societies and liberalize credit facilities, hoping to hear from you yearly. Yours faithfully, Stop.